So I'm just going to show some of the new functionality we've brought into the grouped operations. So we've moved grouped operations into the app. So it's still in the web app, but we've moved it into the app now. So a technician can set up their own grouped operations or jobs directly through the app. Obviously, these appear in the web app as well. So I've just got a test version on here. So it's not using anyone's live data, it's our dummy data. But as you'll see, if you go to the main menu now and click on the links, you see you've got Op Group Planner. If I click on that, then we have along the top the details, operations, and a confirmation point. So we can set up a group name in here. So we could put something like, I don't know, mains isolation 1. Not very creative, sorry about that. And we can put an event ID in here as well. So if there's an event that's going on at the moment, you can type the event ID in there. I'm just going to put it in with 1, 2, 3 to start off with. So from here now, that's going to save those. So at the moment, you can see when I tab across, I've got no operations in there at all. So you can add operations now to this group. You can set this up without putting the group name in, but it will expect a group name once you've picked it. And I'm just going to show you the ways that you can actually get some valve turns in there. So you can now click on the menu again, and you can see we've got the search bar in here as well. So we've moved that up to the top. So if you now press search, I'm just going to do the proximity search by pressing the magnifying glass. I can now pick one of these valves. So if I pick this one, it opens up the options. You'll see a couple of things in there. So first of all, we can get directions to this valve now. So this is across all the piece on this new release, 2.2.5. Get driving directions to that valve. It's something that was requested from one of our clients. But we've got the option now to add to Group Planner. So we add it to the Group Planner. Now it says, do you want to open the Group Planner now? I'm going to say no, I'm not going to open it. So I could go back in now. I could add another valve. Add to Group Planner, no, I'm not going to open it, and so on. So I can build up my group here. Now I'm going to say yes, okay, and I go into the operations. So you can see the operations have now come through. We have the ability at this point now to change them. So Smart Valve's going to say, well, look, I understand what the current status of the valve is. This top one's open, so it's obviously put a turn to close in. This one's throttled. So this is in the middle. So we've pumped it for turn to open on this one. But obviously I'll show you now that you can just click on there and you could change it. So if it wasn't open, you could change it to turn to close, for example. You could obviously go through to the valve as well and have a look at the details should you want to. That one's open, so it defaults to close. You can change the order of these by clicking down. So if I wanted to move this top one down to the second row, just click on the down button, it moves it down. If I want to move it down again, click it, it moves it down. So you can reorder them in there. So this is a job for a single technician. I go to confirm, it tells me the mains isolation 1, event ID 1, 2, 3, the operations that I've got in there, and I press confirm, and that's been created now. So we'll now get the refresh of the app, and I'll be able to see those operations in my job cards down the bottom. So once that's been done, there are a number of ways that you can add these in. So there's obviously, I can't remember the valves that I put in there now. Which one was it? One of these probably. No, it wasn't that valve. Should have made a note of these, shouldn't I? Would have been better. Is it this one? You can see mains isolation 1 there. That was the one I put it in. So now it works exactly the same way. So we can, if we want to, delete this operation group by pressing the cross. So I'm not going to do that. Obviously, we can still do the deletes here as well. Because I set this up for myself, I have the ability to delete these jobs one by one should I want to. But obviously we're going to carry the first one out. The second one can't be done until the first one's done. Third can't be done until the second one's done, obviously. So the egg timers are on there as you would expect. So really quick and easy way to set up those grouped operations. The other way you can do it is if I navigate to one that I think has got a DMA structure attached to it. Let me just find a valve. Maybe this one. Yep, so this has got a dummy DMA basically sat behind it. So you can see some loads of different valves that we just created and shoved into a network. Obviously not real, it's just for our tests again. So here, again, once you're in this, so imagine these three valves here. See the light green one that we're on, but if I wanted to then look at these valves and potentially add these to a grouped operation, so I'm going to isolate a piece of main, I can literally click on the valve, add to group op planner, say no, click on the valve, add to group op planner, don't want to go there, add that one to it as well, add to group op planner. Then this time I say yes, so I can now see I've got some operations directly in from the DMA map. I can now go in and put in something here like hello world. I could put an event ID of 3456. Okay, so again, let me just see what operations we've got. One in 252 in there. Go through to confirm. Same process. Confirm. Successfully completed. Let's find the valve that ends in 252. So we should be able to scroll up on here and say hello world. Yeah, there it is. Okay, all set up, ready to go. So absolutely real core new functionality for the operational groups in Smart Valve. So really pleased with how this has turned out. I think the UI is really slick, really quick. Lots of points where you can add to the group top planner, so it allows that reactive work to be done in the field. Set it up under a job, link it to an event ID, easy to delete, easy to structure, easy to reorder. And obviously as these are set up and synchronized back to the web application, like operational control will be able to see these as they've been set up and carried out by the technicians as well. So hopefully that's some good new core functionality in Smart Valve that will see the technicians, support the technicians out in the field even more.